Epidemiology Assignment 1. Before I explain what is the case study, I would like to explain what is epidemiology first. Epidemiology is the study of distribution and the cause of health problems within a population. It helps us understand the pattern, the risk factors, and the cause of health problems. In occupational health, epidemiology is used to understand how the workplace conditions affect the workers' health and to help prevent occupational disease. The scope of epidemiology in occupational health includes identifying workplace hazards such as chemicals, biological agents, and poor indoor air quality. It also helps us understand the relationship between the exposure and the disease among workers. By monitoring these health problems, it helps organization come up with a preventive strategies, and obviously which will lead to protecting the worker. And now I will explain the case using the epidemiologic triangle, which explains how disease occur through the interaction of three elements, which are agent, host, and environment. As for this case, the agent is the high levels of carbon dioxide and also the high volatile organic compound found in the new furnitures, and also the mold found in the AC ducts. And as for the host, it's the workers. The workers, especially those who are susceptible, such as workers with asthma. And finally, the environment includes the poor ventilation and also the contaminated air, which allow all these harmful agents to accumulate over time. In conclusion, epidemiology helps investigate health problems in workplace by identifying the causes and the patterns of the disease, and also using the epidemiologic triangle allows us to understand how the harmful agents, the host, and the the environmental conditions interact with each other, and all this leads and also helps the organization take appropriate actions to improve the indoor air quality and also protect the workers' health.
Next, we will identify the types of contaminants present in this office building. First is chemical contaminants. In this case study, chemical contaminants includes volatile organic compounds or VOCs released from new office furniture and materials. High level of carbon dioxide were also detected due to poor ventilation. This chemical can cause symptoms such as headache, dizziness, fatigue, irritation, and irritation of the eye and throat. Second is biological contaminants. The inspection found mold contaminants in the air conditioning ducts. Mold can release spores into the air, which may lead to respiratory problems, allergic reactions, and can worsen the asthma among the workers. Third is physical contaminants. In this case, the poor ventilation system is considered a physical factor affecting indoor air quality. Poor airflow allows contaminants to accumulate in the workplace, increasing the risk of exposure for employees. Next, we will explain the exposure pathway in this case study. The main exposure pathway is inhalation. Employees breathe contaminated indoor air contains VOCs, mold spores, and high level of carbon dioxide. This can lead symptoms such as headaches, dizziness, and respiratory irritation. Another pathway is skin contact or dermal exposure. Workers may touch contaminated surface or dust that contain mold, spores, or chemical residues, which may cause skin irritation. The third pathway is ingestion. This can occur when workers eat or drink without washing their hands after touching contaminated surface. Lastly is eye exposure. Airborne contaminants such as VOCs and mold spores can irritate the eyes, causing redness and discomfort.
Hi everyone, my name is Praveen. I'm taking DOSH, which is a Diploma of Occupational Safety and Health. Today I want to talk about how to measure control using hierarchy of control in workplace. First thing, elimination. Elimination is remove the hazardous chemical or process completely from the workplace. Stop using the dangerous substance of activity. Second point, substitution. Replace the hazardous chemical with a less hazardous chemical, which is used to sulfur material of a sulfur equipment, and chemical to change a less toxic of less reactive substance. Third point, engineering controls. Install a local exhaust ventilation, which is LEV system. Use unclosed system or closed containers. Fourth point, administrative control, which is provide training and safety instruction of workers. Limit the duration frequency of the exposure. Use the warning signals and labels. Conduct regular workplace inspection. The last point, personal protective equipment, which is PPE. Use glove resistance in chemical at workplace. Wear safety goggles and or face ID to ensure the chemical to in our body. Use the respirator for mix when necessary. Wear protective safety boots or clothing or lab clothes. The next is why epidemiology is important in protecting worker health. Okay, epidemiology is a very important in protecting worker health because it helps identify, understand, and prevent disease and injuries that occur in the workplace. Epidemiology studies how health problems and distributed among groups or works of experiences and the factors that cause these problems. By and the exposure to hazardous substance, expert can determine which workplace activities of chemicals and harmful employees. The information allows safety professionals and organizations to develop effective control measures, improve workplace policies, and reduce the risk of occupational disease and injuries. Epidemiology also helps in monitoring health of workers over time, detecting early signs of work-related disease, and evaluating whether safety programs and relating. Epidemiology studies governments and organizations can create better occupational health standards, enforce safety regulations, and design prevention strategies that protect workers from hazards such as toxic chemical, dust, noise, and unsafe working conditions. Therefore, epidemiology plays a crucial role in ensuring a safer worker environmental and promoting the long-term health and well-being of workers. This is my part. Thank you.